Hello everyone. For my only video for tonight, I'm going to be reviewing Dahmer from the Monster series from Netflix. And before I go into it, in case anyone doesn't know who he is, he took inspiration from Ed Gein and did similar things like him, plus other things to the bias per se, and targeted black gay men is what it is. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. And we see how his victims' families and his own family reacted to his actions. And I'll go into details about it in the main review. So before we go into that, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to everybody from the very beginning, from up to now. Without all of you, ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't be where I'm at on YouTube and mentally. So thank you very much for the love and support, and I greatly appreciate it. So thank you very much. And if you're new to this channel and want to sub, my channel is at History Buff 2.0. You can't miss it. And I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and gaming reviews. So if those are your thing, want to check them out, I'd say go for it and see what you think. And if you like what you see, please press the sub button down below. And comment down below, share, all that good stuff. With all that said, let's get on with the show today. So, to describe Jeffrey Dahmer, he was a different individual compared from other people while he was growing up. People felt uncomfortable around him and felt a vibe to stay away from him at all costs. As he got older, he was into science and stuff like that. So basically, we don't know why the way he was. And he killed, I believe, roughly 17 people, if I'm right, and one was 14 years old. And what he did to his bodies were just horrendous. They just were. And for the victims, and for his own family that seen what he did, didn't see what they heard and seen, they didn't know exactly what to do. Jeffrey Dahmer wasn't a person to understand or deal with, and that's most people nowadays. But his case was completely different for valid reasons. So, first, the way he did things was go to these bars, go to gay men, particularly black gay men. I'm not going to say about it. And basically drug him up. After he drugged him, after bringing him back to his place, he did his thing. And at the same time, though, as the series went on, there was prejudice going on at the same time. The cops chose not to listen to black people in their show, and probably in real time as well. And agents, too, on top of that, since for the unpopular stereotype of being racist to the people just because of the color of their skin. And that was just really messed up on all fronts. So as a result, from their ignorance and their prejudice, Jeffrey Dahmer was allowed to kill 17 people without being noticed until one got away, and he was arrested just like that. Real simple. And this show is really sickening to watch if you've never seen anything like this. And there are two other shows as well, something like this, but not as crazy as this one. But if you are a fan of crime shows and you have Netflix, try to type in monsters. Then you see 3 shows pop up. Right now they have 3 sections. One about Jeffrey Dahmer, Ed Gein, and the Mendez brothers. So those three are traumatizing, but not too crazy. And it kind of goes into their mindset a little bit, based on their action and stuff like that. So, if you are a fan of crime shows and want to see something like that, there's a monster series on Netflix if you want to check them out. And keep in mind that these shows shouldn't be watched with kids. It's really graphic at certain times, but also gets the point across in the stories based on their actions, why they got caught, and how their actions affected other people in the process. So, with all that said, without me spoiling too much about it, with Jeffrey Dahmer's story, I would simply say it's really, really messed up, but also satisfying to know what happened during that time period in his life, and how he affected others, and how he met his demise while being locked up, while finding himself with the man upstairs, the Lord. So, it's very interesting in a lot of ways. So with all that said, I'll end it with this note here. So, if you're a fan of crime shows and have the stomach for it, I'd say go for it and check it out and see what you think. But if you don't have the stomach for it, if you don't want to, just don't watch it. Because these killers I mentioned were just too disturbed in their own ways. They just were. And it's meant for adults to see, not for kids. And see what you think about it. With all that said, thank you all again for the love and support. I greatly appreciate it, so thank you. May God bless you all. Stay safe, and I will see you on the next one.